Yes. Testing 1, 2. That's what we like. Some good theme music. It felt very, felt kind of New York to me, I think. We are here. I'm your host, Marcus Schott. This is the Housed Podcast, where we help you learn about all things New York real estate. New York real estate. Sometimes we talk about other things. Sometimes we talk about bees. Sometimes we talk about cultural happenings. But for the most part, we're talking about real estate here. And today, I have a little treat for you. We're moving from spring into summer. The official start of summer is next week. Hopefully you have some plans to do fun things. Hopefully you have waiting on a closing. You bought in the late winter, early spring. Now is kind of not the first, but rounds of closing from people who made offers earlier in the year. And we have a Manhattan market-wide snapshot for you for the month of May 2017. New York. Let's break it down for you. Market-wide May was an improved month for the condo and co-op sales market in Manhattan. Contracts signed of both reached their second highest point in the last year. Inventory remained virtually unchanged versus this time last year. We only saw a 1% rise overall. Inventory grew in the condo market, but fell in the co-op market. There's a lot of building that went on the last 2 or 3 years, and final products are hitting the market. Every price metric for both condos and co-ops saw annual increases with some significant gains. Listings spent more time on the market for both condos and co-ops, and as days in the market rose by 10% and 28% respectively. That usually means that we're moving into a little bit of a buyer's market. They're not chomping at the bits right now. You have to have a really nice product. It has to be priced well to get some attention and to move. Negotiability was still present in the market as the average sale was made slightly below ask. That's market-wide right there. Let's break down the condominium market because condos and co-ops are obviously different, or not obviously, but one is real property, one is shares in a corporation. Let's talk about condos. That's what we do. After April's double-digit decline in contracts signed, May experienced a slight increase in condo contract activity of 4% year over year. The average price and median price both reached record highs in May, rising by 30% and 29%. This rise was largely due to a handful of really high-priced transactions occurring over $5 million, which includes a penthouse at 56 Leonard. And market-wide average price per square foot increased by 14%. That's a nice one. Ooh. That's through all bedroom types, increasing except for studios. So studios got left behind, but I kind of find that studios are the starter apartments, and they tend to be a little bit higher in price per square foot than other larger layouts. You're attracting all sorts of buyers with a studio too. It could be a pied-à-terre, it could be your first apartment, it could be a student housing, it could be your first apartment you're hanging on to. The trend of annual increases in days on the market continued as well in May, as the average number of days increased 10% versus this time last year. This is the 16th consecutive month of annual increases for days on market. Negotiability, on the other hand, is similar to this time last year as buyers continue to expect discounts, especially at the high end. And also, one little caveat here is that you always, when you're talking about a market, there's always segments of markets, especially in real estate. You can have You have the entry level market. You have maybe your second home. Maybe it's a 2-bedroom purchase. And then you can have something 5 million and up. Maybe it's in Midtown. Maybe it's in Brooklyn. Maybe it's in Long Island City. Maybe it's in the Bronx. Each market also has their own sub-market. So when you listen to some of these stats or you read reports from XYZ, take them with a grain of salt, and it's good to know your specific local market. Moving on to the co-op market. Co-op sales saw a slight rise in the number of transactions over this time last year at 2%. This rise in sales and lack of new units coming to market led to a 1% decline in inventory. For the second consecutive month, all prices metrics increased, with the average and median sale price increasing 9 and 10%. Average days on the market grew 28% from last year, largely as a result of more expensive inventory that had lingered on the market. While discounts are common, they are certainly remain minimal with the co-op market, with the sale price only going 1% below ask on average. And generally, incentives are happening at a new development or in a condo. You might get certain taxes paid for, which the sponsor usually pays for. When you buy in a new development, there's tends to be extra fees. You might need to pay for the sponsor's attorney. You might need to pay for taxes, which they tend to pass on to the buyer. In a resale, the seller absorbs a few more costs. Manhattan total listings. In May, inventory was up only 1% month over month. This was annually and month over month. But this was enough to reach its highest level since October in 2012. This increase has almost been totally caused by a rise in condo inventory, as I said, as condos experienced their 21st consecutive month of year-over-year increases. Townhouse inventory, on the other hand, decreased by 3%, despite only 5 townhouse sales occurring in May. Only 5. Inventory is down. So, if you found this useful, I hope you did. Contact me if you have any questions. If you're looking to buy, sell, or rent in New York, or you have a friend who is, or a family member, contact me. You know who I am. Marcus Schott. This is the House Podcast. It's been a pleasure, as always. I like to connect with people this way. You can hear my lovely voice, see my lovely face if it's a video. And I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're finding this educational and entertaining. So I'll also post on my blog the actual reports. You can see some graphics, some stats, if you prefer to look at it as well. Be informed. Always be informed. It's good to know more. There's no harm in knowing more. Sometimes you can know too much, though. That's a problem. You don't want to know too much at certain times. So anyways, have a good day. I'll see you next week. We're actually going to do a follow-up to this episode with the Brooklyn market. So stay tuned for Brooklyn. That was May 2017. Have a good day.